I couldn't find my glasses. Okay. Again, excuse me for the delay. Because I'm seeing the back, I have to see if I'm in frame with my iPad. It seems okay. Should I push more like this? Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. While I'm waiting, I could say, oh, hi Chris, hi Ellie, nice to see you guys again. Hope we'll see each other in person next year. Mona! How are you, Mona? I miss you. You have to come visit us in New Brunswick now that I'm not in Montreal anymore. We get to beach. It's really cool. Okay. Okay, I seem framed, except that my logo is kind of in my forehead. So let me see. I'm going to try to adjust the camera. Hold on. I don't want a logo in my forehead. Just like this. That's why I changed compared to last time. In one of the last videos that I did when I was changing the logos, because Facebook Live allows you to burn in those the logos there. So it's good because at least if the video gets shared, my branding stays on the video. But when I had done it where the celebration diorama builders fan club logo was right over my mouth. If you watch, I think it's the Counting Vaders one. It's like the logo was right there. Anyhow, okay, so hello again. We are live. This is Frank Diorio, and you're watching dioramaworkshop.com. Okay, so today, hey Peter, Krista, hey Krista. Okay, I have the iPad closer so I can actually see who's coming in, as before where I would just ignore all of you. I'm going to get this down pat as we go along. So this is the first what's in the box video. Obviously, you've seen in the title, it's vintage. Series Wave 1. A lot of people have been getting these in store. Obviously, the stores here in Canada is not the best, so I got this through the mail. And I thought that we'd look at it together for the first time. And even though I did see photos online, I didn't really see them in person, so my reaction will kind of be not tainted because it's not completely, oh wow, look at this, but it will be because I've never seen them up close. So let's get started, right? Shall we? And so I'll just, wait, I just have this tape. The Customs loves to open some of the tape boxes and stuff for some reason. That's the joys of living in Canada as well. I see lots of people joining in. Hey, Herman. Okay, so in here, obviously, oh my God, look. It's paper! I'm just kidding. Okay, so I have my box. Oh, look how tiny it is. Okay, I'm going to keep this here so I can lean on when I go to put my figures. But, okay, I'll move this temporarily. Usually the boxes were much bigger, but I haven't really, you know, bought boxes at a time. Maybe 10 years ago, I used to buy them on Entertainment Earth, I think it was, and then it got too expensive buying cases for over $100 for figures you didn't really want or anything. So I am cutting the Hasbro box, and hopefully I won't cut myself. It says stop, arrêtez, alto, pare. Do not open before April 13, which I think is past, so I'm allowed to and won't get arrested by Hasbro. Okay, so let's see. Okay, first of all, I don't know how many figures are in this. This was, I don't even remember how much I paid for this. I have I think it was about like $90 or something in Canadian. Oh, I like what I see already. Okay, so let me put it this way so you could kind of see. I'm going to see the back. This is the first one. Snoke. Okay, this is cool. Okay, I'm going to do a little comments after. Let's just open and see what's inside first. Okay, so we have one Snoke over here. And then we have Kylo Ren is in the box as well. Okay. And then Rebel Soldier Hoth. Excellent. That's nice. So this Rebel Soldier, I'll add him to all of these Rebel Soldiers. When I do my counting video. Oh my God, there's so many people coming on. I'm really behind in saying hello to everyone, but yeah. Hey Gaël, ça va? Then Dan, Tony, Tom, Chris. Okay, so we have a Rebel Soldier. Oh, Jyn Erso is in the box. That's the other figure. So we have 4 different ones. Oh, cool. Okay. First Order. Stormtrooper. Nice. Actually, I should flip them this way for you to see. 1, 2, 3. We have 5 so far. We even see. There, 1, 2. I hate this stupid vertical thing. I wish it would allow us to go horizontal, but anyway. Rey from Jakku. Oh my God, what's wrong with her face? Anyway, I'll get into that later. So we have Rey from Jakku as a figure. Okay, these are really nice cards, I must say. I laugh because I saw some people posting pictures where they got them at Walmart. Walmart has this big sale sticker, like reduction price, like stamped right on the card. It's like, you can't peel that off. It's like the whole point of these that Hasbro made is for the collectors to sort of like keep them, because if you've been collecting, well, 40 years since 1977, but in 1994 when Hasbro took over and started releasing the first ones, eventually they did make vintage. They did original trilogy, but they did vintage. And a lot of the cards were really nice because it was like the old 1970s cards, and that's why people bought them and kept them to look at the packages like this. But so that's why by re-releasing these, and that's what I'm happy about this. We'll go to the office a little later in the video so that I'll be able to show you what I didn't like about the recent cards, which is basically how small they are. So I was really worried about these, but these are the regular size, kind of, I guess. But okay, First Order Stormtrooper. Okay, there's the first duplicate, which is cool because you can never get enough Stormtroopers. And then who's the other one? Snoke. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's only one diorama you could really do with Snoke, and is that red room, so that's cool. I don't like these Kleenex cloth capes. I never like cloth capes in figures, but anyhow. Okay, so the box is empty. This is what you get if you order a case, guys and girls. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures in the case. And we have only 2 duplicates. So we have the copy of these guys. So I'm going to put these back in for now. And obviously there's lots of videos online and lots of things about pictures, still packaging and stuff like that. I'm not going to go like into crazy detail here. This was more about first impressions and different things like that. Eventually I'll maybe, if I have time, I'm actually revamping the site, starting to put a lot of content on at the moment. So I'm concentrating on that first. Once all the content and everything goes on, then maybe I'll start adding extra sections like reviews or comparison of the figures and different things like that. I want to sort of like limit that at the moment so I could actually concentrate on putting all the content back on the site. And so yeah. Okay, well, yeah, so my first impression I'm really happy about is the fact that I don't have any here. We'll go to the office a little later. I like the fact that the cards are regular size. That's really, really nice. and the photos are cool, and it's nice to see some of the new movies, like past Return of the Jedi, and well, there was I guess the prequels had packaging like this, but I try to forget about the prequels. Yeah, the old generation, the original generation is not too keen on the prequels. I know the kids love the prequels. Anyway, that's a discussion for another video, I guess. But yeah, I like this a lot. So out of all of them, let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to be opening them, to tell you the truth, because I will eventually get another set that I'll just keep on the wall if need be. But I'll show you what the figures look like close up. But for the moment, yeah, so the packaging is nice, you know. And then in the back, oh, I see what the people were saying. They were all complaining about that. If you look at the back, it's just, you know, but we've had that in Canada, guys, forever. All of this extra text, like just text, French text, English text, so much text that it, you know, we always wanted to buy the US version of the card because it was nicer looking, and that's what you wanted to collect. And then some people in the US wanted the Canadian cards because it was like to complete your collection. But I hated it's like buying videos. If I buy a DVD, I buy a lot less now, but the DVDs had the French and English on it, and it irked me. Just because part of my brain is all wired, messed up. But anyhow, okay, so I guess if I could show you like this, but I'm gonna open it because of the reflections. I just want to see if I do this. There's a delay, so let me see how you get the things. It's not bad. You can still see what it looks like, but look at that face. Her face is terrible. She looks like she almost looks like a man. Oh, I'm doing it wrong because of the delay. I can't show you. I'm trying to look at my iPad screen to see. There we go. Do you guys see her? Like, she looked like a man. Looks like a very anyway, I like the logo. I like this. But I think out of all of the figures, I think that this one is kind of the face that looks the most caca in terms of face. Her face, I don't know. Look at Jyn's face. We'll look at it through the package first. Like, it's like yeah. Do you see this? Jynn, I'm trying to... Do I need to get closer? Jynn looks like she's drunk. It's hard to show, but there's you know, I've seen a lot wonkier repaints. There's some memes that the people have been posting online, which is hilarious. There's one that someone put a side by side with the Goonies, the sloth from Goonies, and because I don't remember if it was Cassian or what figure it was, but his Hasbro had painted the eyes like completely opposite, and it was hilarious. So I guess this compared to that is not as bad, but anyhow. But this face sculpt, I don't know, it's not my favorite. There's better ones of her done there. Obviously, this is amazing. I always loved the Stormtroopers. Kylo looks good, except that there's cloth for his skirt, and I'm not a figure cloth guy. Those who have known me since Yum Yum, every time I had a figure in my figure reviews, and if I had cloth, it would be like a caca poo poo rating. It was like, but this is okay because it kind of looks decent. But there's one photo someone put recently online I saw of Rey. It looked like she had a sort of like a taco around her waist or something. It's like the figures are too small to have like clothes, just like this. This, I think, is the figure I don't like the most. It's really like he looks like the alien from Close Encounters, actually, more than. I don't know, his face, he doesn't look as mean. Like this looks, if you look at the photo, in the photo, he's really, really mean and scary looking like in the movie. And then this, the actual toy kind of looks not as mean, but... And I don't like this gold thing. So someone put Austin Powers gold member, which I thought was funny. This does look a bit gold member-ish. Looks like he's coming out of the shower or something. I don't know. Oh my god, he even has gold shoes. Okay, we have to open this just to... The thing that's, before I get into this, let me see, if I put this back and I hold it like this, is this better? Let me see, because before my arms get too tired and things. I'm used to doing the videos in the office, which is better than in the camera, but okay, if I do this, am I too far? I think I need to get closer. But okay, well, look. Do you guys see? He has gold shoes. Okay, obviously you won't see because I'm laughing and I'm making the figure go up and down, but it's just too much. It really, it's like gold member Austin Powers. Okay, so even though the figures that I have opened throughout the years, I did keep all the card backs most of the time, so I will try to open it kind of delicately, just to show. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I remember reading about this. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on, I'll get up. Okay, in the past, oh, maybe it's to protect when people do open it. Maybe it's done on purpose by Hasbro, but instead of using glue all around the package like they usually do, it's only, look, it's about this wide. I don't know if you could see. It's a piece of Scotch tape. You guys see that? Hold on, there's a 7-second delay. So, there. So all that's holding the bubble is Scotch tape. So that's not good at the store. Like, everyone would steal that. Because, you know, the one thing that you'd go at the store if you try to open... Look how easy it is to just open this. Look. And then I leave. Not that I do that. I would never do that. But, and then you just leave this hanging. Well, I guess, I guess the person, anyone who would steal a figure would not care about the package. They just leave the package. But that's, okay, so the only reason I could see them, and look, the tape. Oh, okay, well, I just not proved what I was going to prove because I just ripped the picture. But I was going to say it looks like they're using a tape that, well, look, I still got minimal damage, but compared to, okay, oh, I think I have one nearby. Okay, hold on. Let me just, I'll go get something. Hold on a sec. I'm still here. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to find an example, which it don't look like I'm going to find one. But, because these are relatively in good condition, but okay, well, I'm not going to be proving my point, but see, with the other figures, when you try to open it, like it would all rip, but it would rip more than this. This is still in very, very good condition for a piece of open thing. But anyway, to go back to this, I think that they might have done it on purpose so that you don't have this whole tear right around all of the photos there. But anyway. So here's Mr. Goldmember Snoke. Okay, so let's take him out of this bubble. Wow, they don't even have elastics or anything. Like, compared to all of the past, they used to have... Remember how annoying, those of you who have been buying figures for a long time, they used to have all these, like, little tiny elastics, like, wrapped... They'd have holes here, and then the figures would be, like, wrapped in elastics, and then you would try to pull it, and it would go, like... And then it would snap and on your fingers, and it was a real pain in the butt. And now they don't even have that. This is really like the steel... Perfect steel for robbers' figures. Makes no sense. I'm trying to speak English here, but... So, this is, like, way easy. The bubble was easy. Oh. Okay, I was scared. I was scared there for a moment. Okay, he actually has pants. I thought, because it looks like so much like he's in a bathrobe, I thought that... When I opened this, okay, I just saw his short pants. You know, what do they call these? They call, you know, when you have a flood or not waist pants, but like you see it better from the back there. So see, they're like almost at his knees. So I saw flesh color, and so I thought that he was just wearing underwear and that he was really coming out of the shower. Okay. So there's this weird little neck piece. Do you see that? Do you see that? Like on his neck, there's like a little piece of plastic that really doesn't fit well with this cloth thing. And I don't know if it was supposed to be glued or whatnot, but... Oh, no, it came off. Nice. See, look, I don't know, might as well just have it like this. What good is this little neck brace support thing? See, now I can't even put it back on. Oh, okay, there's a peg. Okay, so... Let's see. Okay, so yeah, they do give them the articulation of the past figures, where if you look over here, so he does have like a ball joint on his legs, and then there's a seam here on his thigh, so his thigh can turn as well. The knee articulation, I love the knee. The knee is kind of cool actually, because look, his pants kind of go over the kneecap, so when his leg is bent, I don't know, can you see that? It's hard to see. With the delay, it's hard, but you don't have that sort of like ball bearing kind of thing. There's his gold slippers. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Do you think he has, we have to rewatch Last Jedi now, and I have to pause and see if he has gold slippers in the movie. So... Anyhow, I might flush this cape thing and sculpt a custom robe, because if I do a diorama of him, which I want to do because it is a cool room, the red room where they fight, and so he's basically sitting in his throne the whole time. So, you know, boy, his legs are really skinny. He needs to start exercising. Okay, and then the arms still, it's hard to see because of the thing, but yeah, they have articulation at the elbows over there. And then at the wrists as well. Oh wow, the wrist turns and goes up and down as well. So you can actually do this. I've never seen that in a figure. Have we seen that before? I'm trying to remember, but yeah. So the articulation, the figures are really, really nice, I have to say. Except for the gold jacket of this guy. It's just, you know. But anyway, so so I'm happy with that. Let's do I guess let's do Kylo next. See, look, I just go like this. It makes no sense. I'll do the Scotch tape. Remove the Scotch tape. Well, I must say that... Oh God, what did I do? Of course, I end up screwing it up with the bubble. But yeah, so it's very minimal damage when you open the thing. So at least, you know, people who want to keep the card backs like this and not have to deal with, you know, the whole tear, then it's not as bad because it takes up a lot less room. And I used to buy, in the 90s, I started buying, when the figures came out, I bought one to keep in card and then one to open. And I did that for over a dozen years, for almost 15 years. And then at some point, I just had bins full of carded figures, and then what am I going to do with these figures? I put them on the wall as wallpaper for a while, and it was cool, but then it just becomes where I like to open and put them in display in dioramas, which is obviously why I have a website called dioramaworkshop.com, right? And yeah, so eventually I'll buy duplicates, but to open them and do like army builders or scenes that have more different things and whatnot. But holy crap! Look what just happened. Kylo got decapitated. What the hell? Okay, his cape. It looks like, you know what, those Halloween witch things that float on strings there that you see at Home Depot. That's what this looks like. And oh, that's kind of crap. His head doesn't even turn. This doesn't even turn. It's like it's all one piece of molded plastic. Like, it looks cool. I like sculpted cloth like this more than material like this crap. I don't like that. But to not have his head be able to turn, that's kind of going cheap. And you see this big, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but there's a big hole here where the figure goes, or where the neck, you know. So basically this is what comes out of the box. Oh my God. Okay, so he doesn't even like stay contacted very well. It's only like a slip off there. Did I say slip off instead of slip on, slip off? I think I'm gonna go have a coffee after this video. Okay, well, so this is disappointing. This is a real surprise. And yeah, but the arms are articulated the same way as Snoke, except for the wrist. The wrists don't. No. Okay, so it's hard to see. You won't be able to see because it's black on black and whatnot. But so the articulation at elbows is round, like or not even. No. Oh yeah, they are. Okay, so the elbows are ball jointed, so you can move the figure, and so are his. He has the articulation like this and like that on his elbows. But the thing that was cool about Snoke is that his wrist, instead of having just the slit here, like he has, or like most of the figures had, and where you could only turn the wrist, in the Snoke one you could bend it forward also, so you could like go all the way around. This one just has the pose, and then you have this cloth thing. It's just, to me, it looks like a piece of Kleenex. It looks like you take a Kleenex and you wrap it around a figure, and that's what it is. It's just like, I don't like figures with cloth. And underneath they have plastic, which is, to me, better. And then, okay, he does have articulated knees, and his ankles move, or do they? Yeah, Yeah. Okay. So he could sit, but he can't sit. Can he? If I. Okay. No, not really. These plastic things that they give this cloth so that he could sit, but then this plastic piece here, this prevents him from the knees or being able to sit. So that's kind of stupid. That's like a bad design choice there. But anyway, what the hell? Okay. Okay, so I'll put his head back and. Yeah, this you'll need hot glue or something on this thing because it keeps just wanting to pop off. But what is that from again? It just says Kylo Ren Force Awakens. Okay, so I guess that would make a cool, you know, you could use it. See, I love the sculpt though on this. Like, do you guys see that? Let me see. I have the 7-second delay. Okay, no, it's like out of focus, the camera, because of the, but I like the detailing of like when they put it in sculpt cloth, kind of, but anyway. Okay, so that was disappointing, and obviously comes with his lightsaber and a second one with just the hilt thing. Whatever. Okay, I'll save Stormtrooper for later. Let's open He-Man Rey and the Look-alike Man. Did you guys watch Mad TV? Do you remember that? Are you old enough to remember Mad TV? That was like played for a long time long after Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live started in the 70s when I was in high school. But oh, geez, again with this plastic I keep ripping. Okay. Okay, I do like when they do multiple sort of like accessory things, though I'd have to look at some of the other figures because this looks... Oh, geez. This looks familiar. This little piece here, like that. And obviously you can fit it on. Okay, you have to put her hand in here first, like if she was wearing a shirt. You put the hand in, then the head. Geez, this is harder than... Maybe you need to pull the... Oh, I see. You have to take the head off first, and then you can fit her top with her goggles. It's a very nice sculpt. It's a very nice figure. And they actually put slots in the pants and stuff so you could make her legs bend. And, but, put her head back on. Her head, the head sculpt, it's not as bad when you look at it out of package, I guess. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I'm aiming this at the camera. I don't know if you can see exactly at the camera. But, Christine says the designer's like beheading people. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I take back what I said about her. She don't look at, well, she look a bit like a man, but not as much as I thought. She has gloves on. I don't recall gloves in the movie or on the other figures, but yeah, because she's a girl figure, like she's very fragile, like the Slave Leias and stuff. When the first Slave Leias, the first Leia figures, if anyone remembers, they used to call her Monkey Leia, was the first one because she had a monkey face, first of all, and she was all buff, and the proportions were all wrong, and then they started making more sort of like delicate female figures. Yeah, so I think that the arms and stuff, the articulation is all there. The wrist, though, oh, she has the wrist articulation of Snoke, which is really, really cool. Do you guys see that? Look, so she could actually, look, she could pose like this, like when she's waiting for the bus or something. That's an un-PC thing to say. But Herman, or Herman, I should say. It's action figures, not dolls. We're not playing with dolls here, though there's nothing wrong with playing with dolls. So, yeah, okay, so it's a better figure. The art, you know, all the articulation is there, full articulation. So you are getting your money's worth in this. So that's good. And then she has a backpack kind of thing and her staff. And then she has this extra thing. I do like when they give extra sort of like diorama value, because then you could buy the same figure and then use it for different scenes and whatever. Okay, next up would be look, I don't even need to use the X-Acto. I say that and then I'm gonna make a big rip and then get mad. There you go. Yeah. Okay, well, this is the damage you get if you don't use an X-Acto at all. So you get a little bit of damage, but not like, you know, when you had the originals and there was glue everywhere, this whole thing flap, you wouldn't even save any of the photos and stuff. But okay, so he is a more deluxe version of the Snowtrooper. So this is the same as the old ones. I'll do some comparison videos at some point. I know I'm doing the counting videos that you guys see. And at some point I'll just take all the different versions of this guy that was made, put them side by side so we can get up close with the camera and it won't be on tripod. Be able to play with it better. So, oh. Let me get one of the other guys for this. Okay. This is one of the past versions. Okay, no, it's the same. I was going to say this plastic seemed weird, like if it was like some weird hardish plastic, but it's the same as the other one. Okay, let's see. Does his head come off? Okay, this is neat. Takes a bit of getting. Okay, this I like. Okay, well, I should put this away. This is the old one. I like when, okay, well, first of all, this is the figure, what it looks like, right? And, oh no, they put cloth. Of course, they had to add a piece of cloth. Oh, God. I guess if they want to make him sitting, but, anyhow, okay. Yeah, he has a hole in his back for the backpack, so you could stick backpack in like this, right? And little holster for his pistol. So this has all of the same articulation. You have the ankle, the knee. They did a good job on that. And wrist is like Kylo. It's like just where the glove changes color. That's where the articulation is. So you can't move his wrist. His wrist won't do this, which is, I guess, you know, in a diorama he'd be shooting his laser or something. It wouldn't really matter as much. Elbows, yeah, cool. And then the pivoting ball joint, shoulder, excellent. And here's what I was going to say that I really love is like when you, not that you would, well, maybe if he's inside the Echo base you would, but the thing that's cool is that instead of one-piece sculpt like that Kylo Ren poo-poo, I would call it close to poo-poo Kylo. Look, ta-da! His little helmet thing, or his little scarf and goggles come off. So this I like. It's added, you know, value for the figure, and it's added value for the display, so it doesn't make every single figure exactly the same like in your diorama there. So, and then he's easy to put back on. Yeah, I like that. And then Jynn Erso. Let's just open her. I have to say, Rogue One, apart from Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, which are obviously from my childhood, but Rogue One I must have watched at least 15 times now, and it's like my favorite Star Wars movie of the new Star Wars. And so I'm looking forward to starting to do dioramas from that this summer. And oh god, this one's harder to... Okay, maybe they think that Jynn Erso is going to be more in demand because this one does not want to peel off like the other ones. So they put more tape on this one to prevent robbers from taking this, but okay. There she is. So she just looks weird. This figure is weird. Like, I'll have to compare to... Someone said that it's the same as the Black Series. I didn't collect any of the Black Series boxes. I can't find them here, but they said it's the same as that version. But does she look like square? Or there's something weird with her shape or something, or maybe it's because of the way that she looks more like a G.I. Joe bottom or something, like the articulation or something. It just makes it like, I don't know, it's not as nice as the other figures, but anyhow. So she has she has no articulation of the wrist, like of the, well, she has the one side wrist where her gloves are, obviously like this. Did I just hook the camera and almost make it fall? And then she has shoulders. All the rest of the articulation is good. Her head is one piece. I don't know, are her eyes too close together? But that could be the paint. I don't know. There's something about her that just is wonky. You know, it's like if I go like this, can you see better with that? There's just something about that that's just like, I don't know. I'm glad to have her because I like that character and I want to make some dioramas of that. So good to have. I'm glad that she's not the 3-pack or the 3 per box or whatever. Okay, let's see this cool guy. This I want to put away before I get mistaken. But, I have to do accounting. I have to do a count of the Rebel Troopers this weekend at some point. Maybe I'll do it on Saturday, because Sunday I have to do weekend review. Wow, this one comes off really easy. This tape. It's almost as if they thought they were going to just sell directly to the clients and not even put these on the store shelves or whatever. Okay, so Stormtrooper. Obviously, it's not prequel Clone Troopers, and it's not original trilogy Stormtroopers. These are the First Order ones or whatnot. He's really... Okay, very cool. I love this. This part is just like the real costume. The way that the moves at the waist there. They put... Dare I try to pull it apart? And then not be able to put it back on? Okay, it's not coming off. So, but underneath, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's kind of like more like a round, like if it was like a fist or something. So then that's why he's able to see, like on the side here. Can you see that? That's why he can actually do like really cool poses like this, and it's actually like the real movie. I like that. And then shoulders, wrists. Does he have? No. No, he does not. Oh! Yes! He has the up and down. Do you see? Up and down wrist movement on top of the rotation. So, okay, that's an extra articulation point. Head snaps off. No person inside the head. Just a regular figure there. That's okay. And then knee articulation, ankle, sitting. It's all good. Now there's one thing, before I put an end to this one, I'm just going to go get a clone, because there's one thing I noticed, and before I comment on it, I just want to make sure. I'll put him here for a moment. Will he stand? It's hard to stand. Come on. Doesn't want to stand. There he goes. Okay. And then the clone troopers. Here's Stormtroopers. Oh, they had... Okay. I have to do some research, because I don't really remember... Where's the... Okay, all of the new Stormtroopers do have that plastic. And so does this one. But I'll show you like one of the sort of like originals, just to show you. So see? This is the plastic that we're used to from the very beginning, right? And this is like a new kind of plastic, like a super gloss plastic. So it actually looks more like the real suit in the movie because of the reflections and stuff like that. So this is a difference in the plastic. So I did notice that the first hand. But then I saw this in my box, which is the original trilogy look of the Stormtrooper, and he has the same glossy plastic, except that I don't know if the lights are playing tricks with me or something, but he looks more like there's like a purple or pink hue to his color. Or am I dreaming? That's bizarre. But, okay, so this is not the first time that they use this glossy plastic thing. So, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so the only thing I want to do now before I stop the video, because we looked at everything, and so this is the original Stormtrooper. I'll put in there for now. So, oh no, this one. This is also. Okay, so out of all of the figures, I don't know, which one is your favorite? You could put it in the comments, and then I'm just curious to see which one. If you only had to buy one of these figures in the store, which one would it be? Would it be Gold Member Snoke? Would it be My Head Doesn't Spin Kylo? The almost look like a man Rey? The Jynn with the weird face? Stormtrooper? Or Hoth Rebel? So let's see. If I were to take only one of these, process of elimination, well, I would eliminate Kylo because of his hood. Him, well, I'd want to throw him away first because of his cloth, but he's a figure that has never been made before. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention about this one, which I forget, and maybe you guys can comment or I can do some research and Google it or whatever, but I was really ticked off when you couldn't buy a Snoke in Force Awakens and stuff like that. And I don't know if the toy was a Force Awakens toy or Last Jedi toy. I think it was Force Awakens. I could be wrong, but There was a Snoke. I know they do this before. You could, you know, if there's some figures you have to buy the ship to get the figure or different things. So, you know, they don't have all the figures in cards to force you to buy all the other different things, right? But the Snoke was part of this Death Star toy, kind of like this small Death Star, and it wasn't even a playset for your figures. It was kind of like this thing that opened or something like this, and that was $300 for just to get him. It was like, to hell with that. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't know if anyone of you guys bought that Death Star, but I'm not going to pay $300 to get one action figure. So I'm glad that they finally put him on a card so that we can, you know, make a diorama that doesn't cost $350 for $50 of material and $300 for a figure. So, you know, I'm glad that they made this, but this cloth thing is ridiculous. That's my rant of overpriced things. I won't even get into the, well, not that I would fit into that land speeder thing, which was really cool. I wish as a kid I had that. But that little land speeder there, it was like $900 at Toys R Us in Canada. Well, it was $500, but it said original price $900. Like, who's gonna spend $900 for like a 4-year-old, or, you know, the obviously if you're above a certain height or you can't fit in this thing, it's a little toy made for kids to roll around, electric thing there or whatnot. But $900, it's like, who buys that? Anyway, I'm getting all, what is the word? Verklempt or whatever. All hot and bothered. I already had lots of Rays, and this is not the best one, so I would not get her. And Army Builders are my favorite, I guess, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye, Jynn. Sorry, Hernan. I'm not picking her. So one of these two. I think the Stormtrooper remains my favorite character of all the Star Wars characters. The costume is one of the most iconic things. I have a costume in my office, and I just love the look of this guy, and you can never have enough. If they had like kits of like, you know, just hundreds of Stormtroopers, I know everyone would buy them because you want to make Death Star things. And actually all the Stormtroopers that I haven't done a counting video yet. I must have over 150 of them. There was a guy getting married in the 90s, and he had, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 Stormtroopers, and he said, and he obviously he knew my Yum Yub's Universe site, so he said, Frank, I'm getting married, my wife wants me to get rid of my whole collection, and he said, I'll sell them to you $2 each. And I said, like, yes. So it only cost me like, I don't know, $150 or under $200 to get, you know, a whole big box of Stormtroopers. So that was perfect for the Palpatine's arrival diorama and stuff like that. So anyway, this is remains my favorite of those figures. So yeah, so the last thing I wanted to talk about really, but you know, I guess we can go to the office, do a quick recap. Not recap, I don't want to do a recap, we've talked enough. The thing that I wanted to mention, which is why when I opened it, I was like, had a huge sigh of relief. So, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to grab the camera. So if the camera starts shaking, that's just me pulling it out of the tripod. So don't worry about that, okay? Follow me, guys. We're going to go to the office. Unplug this. Okay, are you ready? Let's go this way, down here. Here's my movie posters. We'll do this at some point. Going into the cinema. There's my cinema, where I play my PS4 and watch my movies. Oh, Star Wars poster. Obviously, everyone has to have that. Okay, in my office. So I used to have one of every figure carded, and then I decided to keep only the specific couple ones that were really nice to really show like the packaging. So you have the 1999 Power of the Force orange, 94, I mean. That's when those came out. So I have a couple of those, and then how it transformed or morphed from orange to green, and then green to episode 1, and then so on. And then you had, that's the original trilogy collection. There's, you know, so these are some of my favorite figures that they made that a lot of new collectors won't know about or whatever. So, okay, so this is original trilogy collection, so that's not vintage. The vintage ones are these. So this one, do you guys have this one? Did you even know it existed? I think it was from a convention. I don't even know where I picked this one up. This is the George Lucas Stormtrooper. And I think it's part, oh my God, I almost dropped my phone. Jesus, Frank, what is wrong? Yeah, this is from the Saga collection. Okay, so it's not even vintage. So that was nice packaging too. Okay, so basically what I was going to say is that this package, what I'm glad is that it's the same scale. The bubble is a bit bigger, but that's fine. But compared to this, oh my God, when they scaled down these packages, I was ticked because my, what is it called? The OCD, it was just like, oh my God, I have like a nice wall full of all the same size, and then, what is this? All these small little crappy little things. Ugh. So I had to lower them, and anyway, it just bugged me. It was like, oh, what am I going to do with that? And even this, they made these smaller. These are the Rogue One. So look, the Rogue One isn't even the same size as the original figures. It's about an inch smaller. And then for these ones, they went even smaller. Look how small they are compared to the original ones. It's so wrong. I know, yes, they're saving paper and plastic for the environment and whatever. But what about my nice collection? I have to have it all the same. Everyone has to have everything the same to have it look nice, right? Like, am I just, like, nuts? Yes. Anyway, so I'm really happy that this is the same size, so that when I put it side by side, so if I take this, say, away, my God, my office is hot, I have the heat on, and then I put him there. Well, the pin is not at the right place, but see, if he was next to Jocasta Nu, then he'd look the same, so it would look nice. Anyway, okay, that's the little rant I wanted to go on. Let me, well, how do I do this? Okay, I'll flip the camera. Hold on. Where's the camera flip? Oh, over here. There we go. Okay, well, that's my rant of being old and senile and wanting all my cards to be the same, because of course it's an important part of life and it's an important thing in life, right? So anyhow, so that was my what's in the box video, and I hope you enjoyed that, and if ever I get other items in the collection, I'll be sure to make a new video. And that's almost it for tonight. I'll be putting this through the not editor, but I have to modify it from Facebook in order to change it to a movie format or something. I have to reformat is what I'm trying to say, in order to put it on YouTube for archives. And so I'll be doing that tonight. And so this video will be available for your friends, or if you want to rewatch it later. And so Sunday I'll be doing the weekend review. And then I'll be doing, I have to do a counting video. I might do that tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Friday. Well, I talk about this in Weekend Review, but I'll talk about it a little bit today. I'm going to try, tomorrow actually is the release of PlayStation 4 God of War. I can't wait. So hopefully I'm not going to be spending all my time playing God of War. And so I'm going to be going to the town tomorrow to buy that. That's my main reason. But I'll do a pit stop in the toy stores, and maybe they'll have put the Solo figures and stuff that they did not have last week. But I thought it was only in Canada, but I've seen pictures from you guys all around the net that it's all across the US and everything. Just the stores, the shelves, they have almost nothing anywhere. Yeah, what's I want to say? Let me flip. I'll put this like this, make it nicer background. This there. Now I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I'll be doing a counting video on maybe tomorrow or most likely Saturday afternoon, and then I'll be doing the weekend review on Sunday night. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll just show you one quick thing. I'll reflip the camera, and then I'll stop at this point. I wanted to show you what I'm working on at the moment on my website, just to show one of the next decals that's going to be coming up on the weekend. So let me flip this again. And there you go. I don't know if you guys recognize what that is, but that's one of the next decals that I'll be posting. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Frank out, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thanks for coming, everyone. Bye.